Hey folks, welcome to Following the Gamer, episode 3. And it's been a wee while because there's been a hell of a lot of technical difficulties on my end. I think we recorded... Oh, so anyway, I'm Al, the Ball Gamer Dude, and here with me tonight is Stu.
Yep, hello.
He's here. He's back from Doctor Who, and he's alive and well. And we've got a special guest tonight, Bryn, the bearded phenom from Menage Geek.
Special with a capital.
Special, absolutely special. Right, so it's been a goddamn good long while since, it's supposed to be a monthly podcast, and I think it's been 6 or 7 weeks. Me and Stu tried to record, was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it just messed up.
Yep.
Skype just kept cutting off, and I think I've got a recording somewhere where Stu's just huffing because I can hear him, but he can't hear me, and I'm pretty sure I'm just like... And we tried like 3 or 4 times, and then I'd be like, "Oh, can you hear me?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I can hear you." And I'd be like, "Okay." So blah 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 up, then it would cut out, and then you could just hear Stu going.
Me huffing never. That never happens.
So yeah, we're here. I've got a brand new mic set up and everything. I've checked my internet connection. Everything's good. Everything's good to go, and we're here. So I brought Bryn on tonight for a bit of, you don't tend to keep up with the gaming news, do you? You don't tend to keep up.
No, it's just bits and pieces.
Yeah, so I brought him in as a layman, essentially. And we've got Stu. So what has everybody been up to? Stu, I'll start with you. What have you been up to in the last few weeks?
Work, more work, a little bit of work, and a tiny bit more work.
It's a bloody gaming podcast, man. What have you been up to gaming-wise?
I bought Call of Duty Ghosts, played about half an hour of it, and that's about it.
Right.
I played about an hour and a half of GTA 5. Still have only got 2 characters. I haven't got Trevor. I haven't got anywhere near halfway through the game.
Right.
I bought the Journey Collector's Edition. So it's Journey, Flower and Floor.
Fair enough.
Because I read the story that you get the upgraded versions when you get the PlayStation 4 for free. So I decided to buy it for that, and then I absolutely fell in love with them. I adore them. They're fantastic.
All right, we can go into that in a wee bit.
That's about it, to be honest. But like I said, work, podcasts, and a little bit of work.
Fair enough, man. And obviously you're looking forward to the PlayStation 4.
Yep, I've got mine ordered. Mine's getting delivered on launch day.
Sweet. Myself, I've been playing tons. I've been playing Battlefield 4, Assassin's Creed 4, Ghosts. I have been playing the new Saints Row DLC. I've played Soul Calibur 2. I've played loads and loads.
You played Christ.
I played Christ. It's
when
a good
did
game.
That happen?
It's a really good game. It's all about trying not to be nailed to a cross.
I played him in the screen show.
I played him on I was going to say I played him on stage as well, and they did actually manage to nail me to a cross. I think they nailed me to the stage a few times as well.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. And Bryn, what have you been playing?
So silly asses mainly, yeah. Call of Duty Ghosts, monstered that, played through the campaign, played through the extension level, enjoyed that enormously. And other than that, just recently got Dishonored for a little bit of a throwback to the old days, and it's alright so far.
How are you finding that?
So far, so meh.
Yeah, I really like.
It's alright.
I like the first hour and a half of Dishonored, and then I was like, it's kind of the same.
That's probably where I've got to. I mean, it reminds me quite a lot of BioShock and the same kind of steampunky kind of gameplay, but not quite as immersive, I don't think.
Oh, that's the other thing I played. I played BioShock Infinite's DLC, and I played The Wolf Among Us as well. So it's fairly good. Right, we'll just jump into news and stuff. We'll leave the PS4 and the Xbox to kind of later on. I want to go into so you were talking about you bought Journey and stuff like that. So was this the first time you played Journey and Flower?
Yeah, it's because I was constantly hearing people saying it is one of those experiences rather than a game. It's more of an experience. And I saw it on sale for £15, the collector's edition. So you get each one of the games, you get the soundtracks, and you get like 3 extra bonus mini games as well. And it was mainly because the fact that you can upgrade it to the PlayStation 4 versions of the game as well for free, which is nice. And supposedly Flower, unfortunately, is the best launch title on the PlayStation 4. Says a lot, doesn't it?
I think, Flower, definitely with upscaled HD res will look absolutely wonderful. Already looks like a brilliant game, and I think 1080p it will look absolutely superb. It'll just blow the screen away.
Yeah, because I've just recently getting a new TV as well. So I've got I went from a 32-inch crappy LG HD ready one to a 40-inch Samsung 3D Smart LED 1080p TV.
You're just showing off now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I've got a 50-inch. I think Panasonic Viera LED backlit, sidelit, 1080i, 1080p smart TV. So.
Yeah, but I got mine for just under £300.
Well, I got mine for free because me and Bryn stole it off the back of a truck.
You.
Don't drag me down into your fucking criminal underworld.
What criminal underworld? This is it. I'm not exactly Walter White.
Criminal underworld.
So have you played all three of the games?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Brilliant. Johnny was just absolutely phenomenal. I think when I think IGN scored at 9.8 out of 10 or something like that, and I went and got it the next day off the PlayStation Store. I just thought it was a brilliant game. Again, I wouldn't say it was a game. I would say it is an artistic creation, to be a bit of a wank about it. But I would say it just doesn't really play like a game as such. It just feels more like, as you said, an experience.
Yeah.
Bryn has that clue what we're talking about because he's
not one Scooby.
He's PlayStation miles away. I think the last game he played on PlayStation was probably when he stayed at my house and played Dead Space 2.
Yeah, actually it will be.
He doesn't have a PlayStation. He's never really owned a PlayStation as such. He's
never even slightly on the PlayStation.
No, you've never even came across a controller that you've just accidentally bought or anything like that. So you've never experienced the beauty of the very, very small DualShock controller.
Yeah, you see, I have big man hands, so they just don't fit around those things.
That's true. Well, Journey is a game where you're essentially a wee red and black thing who floats along trying to get to a big mountain of light. Is that about right, Stu?
You're selling it so
far.
Yeah. And you're a flower trying to get to other places.
You're a petal on the wind.
Yes. This sounds badass.
It sounds like we dropped acid before we actually started to play any kind of video games whatsoever, and we're just staring, thinking that we're playing something, but when in fact we're actually watching the BBC test card.
That's not a controller in your hand, is it?
No. I think my neighbours stopped by, and I think they're actually shocked at me now.
Do you think that the BBC test card was designed specifically for people who drop acid at that time of night?
Designed specifically by people who drop acid.
Yeah.
Is it bright colours and a wee girl and a very creepy looking doll thing?
It's that wee girl who actually came up with it.
What is it?
Yeah, she was the one who designed it.
She's the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Wee girl is the root of all evil, says Bryn.
Yeah. You've seen The Shining.
I've seen The Shining, yeah. That's two wee girls, though. I suppose one wee girl mirrored.
Double the damage.
Well, I think, Bryn, right, you've played a lot of Ghosts. You've probably played more Ghosts than me. I played the campaign, finished it, and I've played maybe an hour of the multiplayer. I've been playing more Battlefield and I've been reviewing stuff, so I've not really had the time. Give us a quick rundown. What
do you want to know? Quick rundown of the dynamics of it?
Well, give us a rundown of the actual game itself.
Well, so far I've been enjoying the multiplayer, but I think because nobody really knows the map shit, it's kind of campy. Everybody seems to be just sitting still and shooting with sniper rifles. But I quite like the fact that they haven't tried to do anything specifically clever with it. You know, they've kept it fairly simple. You know, pick your guns, earn the credits, and go with it. Kind of.
I think it's been a big change from the likes of Black Ops 2, and I think it's put a lot of people off because of the massive changes. And people would look at it and go, "It's not a massive change. It's really not." But it is, because people get used to the pick 10 system. They get used to
the multiplayer is a big change. The rest of it's not so much.
Yeah, no.
But I think the campaign on Black Ops 2 was a big change, and that went wrong. It was just dull.
Yeah, it's kind of forgettable.
They tried to do too much.
Now, I loved the campaign on Ghosts, and a lot of people are saying it's just regular Call of Duty, but I absolutely loved it. Now, Stu, did you get through the campaign?
Nope.
No.
Now we're into it.
Did you really not? Did it not click with you at all?
I think where I put it down is after the first time you control the dog.
Right. Okay.
And so that's not very far into the game. I know that. It's just I've had very little time to play her, and I don't know why I'm still buying games and getting a new games console if I have very little time to play anything. So, but yeah, it's just I felt the controls of the dog were really clunky. I felt like the controls of the cat, the remote control cat in Time Splitters Future Perfect, was better than the dog in this.
That's saying something.
I don't know. I was running around ripping throats out of everybody with that thing.
You only really go the dog twice, don't you? It's kind of that first section, and then there's a stealth section later on.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to fail that bit.
Yeah, because all you just do is run up to guys and rip their throats out.
Yeah, even in played it through in veteran, and even in that, it was pretty easy. It's not a difficult campaign. There's
a bit in the campaign that I just thought was brilliant. The bit where your plane crashes, you end up in the middle of the kind of jungle, and you're miles away from the other ghosts, and you've just got to try and stealth your way around. It was brilliant. It was a really, really good bit of a campaign, and I like the story in general. You know, the basic story is America's had their own satellite, their own destructive satellite turned against
orbital
them.
Missile system.
Yeah, called Odin, turned against them. And oh Jesus, disgusting. So it gets fired on America, kind of destroys a good portion of America and destroys the substructure, and then the army starts fighting with this, I don't know, is it Central America? And
yeah, it's a federation of the Southern and Central American countries,
yeah, so Mexico and Colombia and stuff like that have all got together and just started attacking.
Basically, America have just picked on another group that they don't like. You know, they've done the Russians, they've done the Orient, now they're doing South America instead.
Yeah, and then it's just this bunch of guys who end up becoming this elite force called the Ghosts, or who have been around for ages, and they're just trying to stomp out this other guy who's trying to hunt down and kill all the ghosts because he knows that they could be the force that turns the tide on the war. And it's it's your usual action movie, absolutely pointless, very, very silly storyline, but I just found it the best since Modern Warfare 2.
I really, really liked it.
Yeah, I liked Modern Warfare 2. Don't get me, 3. But I felt 3 had its kind of pitfalls because it kind of got a bit ridiculous towards the end. And Black Ops, forgettable. Black Ops 2, completely forgettable. It was good when I played it, but forgettable. Ghosts, I think, will stick with me. I'm looking forward to the kind of next one to see what happens in the story, because they'll leave you on a cliffhanger, the fucking arseholes that they are. But multiplayer, as I say, I only played about an hour just because I've not really had the time.
I think you'll like it when you get into it. It's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I probably will. I've been playing Battlefield, and because I'm playing it on PC and I'm trying to get used to the PC, I'm just playing a hell of a lot more of that, because I know that I'll just jump on a COD and in a few games I'll get my game back. But on PC, I'm just trying my hardest not to fail, and it's not easy. What's up?
The thing I want to know is, do you feel like this is a transitional game? Because the fact that it is launching at the start of a new console generation with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 coming out, so it's a really weird thing for the Call of Duty series. It seemed to have been stagnating for quite a while. And do you think this is more of a transitional thing for the game itself, so it can push itself into the next generation with next year's iteration of Call of Duty, or do you feel like it just feels like it's familiar territory for it?
Oh, it's definitely familiar territory.
Story-wise, it's definitely familiar territory, but I found I don't know whether it's because I've got an Xbox which is nearly as old as I am, that I found that the graphics seem to be at such a level that it could barely cope.
Yeah.
So I think I think you've got a point in that it is kind of transitionary.
It's, during the campaign, there's massive frame drops. There's times where you just don't feel like your character's moving, you don't feel smooth, you don't feel fluid.
Especially when you zoom in with a sniper rifle or something, and you see things that it's just jerking along.
I feel that it'll be a better game on Xbox One and PS4, and I think, in my opinion, they should have just left it. They should have left it until early next year and released it, but I think
right.
They're probably too terrified about Titanfall. And that people keep throwing around the whole COD killer thing, and the thing is, COD will kill itself. It's the only thing that can kill itself.
There is no COD killer other than COD.
Exactly. It'll get to a stage where people just stop